As with our video on the Leviathan, this won't be a debate about whether the Bible is true, or whether the behemoth should be taken literally or metaphorically. You're welcome to discuss that in the comments. Instead, we're going to imagine a world where the literal version of the behemoth described in Scripture was real, and still alive today. The biblical description is short, but surprisingly detailed. It tells us of a massive beast that eats grass like an ox, with incredible strength in its loins and power in its belly. Its tail is said to move like a cedar tree, its bones compared to bars of iron, and it's described as resting in the shade near rivers, drinking great amounts of water, and breaking through snares with its nose. The description has sparked debate for centuries. Some argue that the behemoth was simply a hippopotamus or an elephant, since both match parts of the description. However, the mention of its tail being like a cedar has led others to believe it was something far larger, possibly even a dinosaur. The image of a giant plant-eating sauropod like a brachiosaurus fits the details remarkably well. If that were true, it would raise huge questions, ones we explored in our video, What If Dinosaurs Never Went Extinct? But not everyone agrees with the dinosaur theory. Some scholars suggest the cedar tail actually refers to an elephant's trunk, or even the bristles at the end of its tail. A few interpretations go even further, suggesting the verse may refer to the animal's reproductive organ, especially since the passage emphasizes strength in its loins and the sinews of its stones. Unusual as that may sound, linguistically it isn't impossible. So, what would it mean if the behemoth were real? Unlike the Leviathan, which is depicted as a terrifying monster, the behemoth seems peaceful, feeding only on plants. Humanity wouldn't need to live in fear of it. In fact, it might even become a creature of reverence, people traveling to witness the holy beast in its natural habitat. However, that doesn't mean its existence would be without impact. The behemoth is described as a nearly eternal creature, possibly gifted with supernatural longevity. If such a beast survived into the modern day, scientists would surely study it to uncover the secret of its lifespan. This might lead to incredible discoveries, perhaps even unlocking the ability for humans to live far longer than we do now. Of course, that possibility comes with consequences. A world where people live indefinitely would face severe overpopulation, resources would become scarce, and the gift of extended life might only be available to the wealthy and powerful, leading to deeper inequality. Beyond the biological and societal implications, there's also the spiritual. If the behemoth were proven real, it could be seen as evidence for a literal interpretation of Scripture. Many fundamentalists would claim this as proof that the rest of the Bible must also be literally true. While not everyone would be convinced, it could still spark a significant religious shift. So, returning to our question, what if the behemoth was real? Chances are it wouldn't be a terrifying monster like the Leviathan, but rather a massive, peaceful herbivore, perhaps an elephant, a hippo, or even something much more ancient. Its existence could inspire awe, reshape our understanding of history, and maybe even offer humanity the key to extending our lives. Or perhaps it was never meant to describe a real creature at all, but instead a metaphor, leaving the mystery unsolved. Settings: use appropriate media.